Alrighty guys, we're back for some Orzhov combos, and this is a Brothers War standard brew. We're gonna go over the deck, then hop right into some ranked, but first things first, for anyone who may not know, I'm Red Cat and I play aggro decks and any decks with red in them as well, so I hope that sounds fun to you. Now we are cheating a little bit today because of a suggestion to play Touch of the Spirit Realm with prototypes. It's been suggested a few times actually, so no red in here, and it's not an aggro deck either, but I hope that's okay with everyone. Either way, it's going to be a fun one. We have a couple cut downs in here. Naturally, early removal is important. We have 4 Undying Malice. This is a 1 mana instant speed until end of turn. Target creature gains when this creature dies. Return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control with a +1/+1 counter on it. So very nice. Yeah, you could just slap an Undying Malice onto any of your prototype creatures that your opponent is trying to kill and then be very happy about it. So we have 4 Autonomous Assemblers here. This is a 5 mana 4/5, but it's rocking that prototype for 1 and a white, so it'll come out as a 2/2 with Vigilance, and then for 1 you can tap it, put a +1/+1 counter on target assembly worker you control, which of course would be itself in this case. Pretty sweet. I love that it has Vigilance. I love that you can just swing in with this and still use its ability. Awesome. So we have a single Reckoner Bankbuster in here, just a solid card, huh? We got a couple Fateful Absence because reliable removal is very important. We have 3 Loran of the Third Paths in here, starting off with some of our other combos in the deck. So Loran of the Third Path is a 3 mana 2/1 with Vigilance, legendary creature. When Loran of the Third Path enters the battlefield, destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment. Okay, and then you can tap it. You and target opponent each draw a card. Sweet. Because that's going to pair beautifully with one of our 4 drops. You guys can guess it. We'll go over it in just a second. We have 4 Touch of the Spirit Realms, or Touch the Spirit Realm. I always do that. I always throw an of in there. A 3 mana enchantment. And when Touch the Spirit Realm enters the battlefield, exile up to 1 target artifact or creature until Touch the Spirit Realm leaves the battlefield. So it's pretty good removal. But then it has a channel ability here for 1 and a white. You can discard Touch the Spirit Realm, exile target artifact or creature, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. So that's how we cheat out those big old chunky non-prototype cards, huh? So we have Steel Seraph, a 6 mana 5/4 with flying. Of course, it's rocking the prototype for 1 and double white. It can be a 3/3. Now, at the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature you control gains your choice of flying, vigilance, or lifelink until end of turn. Very powerful card. It has actually won us many games on the channel so far, so nice. Speaking of powerful cards, huh? Fleshgorger. Oh my goodness. The fact that we have Steel Seraph and Fleshgorger in here. So, this is a 7 mana, 7/5 Menace Lifelink Ward. Pay life equal to Phyrexian Fleshgorger's power, but of course it has that prototype for 1 and double black. It's a 3/3 then. Yeah, pretty solid. I'll tell you what, if you're cheating this out with your Touch the Spirit Realms and you bring this down as a 7/5 and the opponent's just chilling there with Go for the Throats in their hand, GG, right? Like, the Fleshgorger ends games. Our 4-drop spot, guys, of course, we're rocking 3 Sheoldred to pair with the Loran of the Third Path, so more combos packed in here. So, of course, you guys know Sheoldred, but then whenever you're tapping that Loran of the Third Path, target opponent draws a card, and you draw a card, activating both of Sheoldred's abilities, which is just pretty awesome, huh? Now we have 3 Depopulates in here as well, because I think we're going to be totally fine to wipe our own board every now and then, especially if we have 5 mana open. We can Depopulate, drop an Undying Malice on one of our creatures, the opponent loses their board state, and we get something awesome. That sounds pretty cool, huh? Now, yeah, I think Depopulate is just going to put in a lot of work, obviously, against soldiers, too. That's going to be very important, and I don't think we're going to mind wiping the board too often, especially if we end up wiping the board and, like, we still might have a Bankbuster left back and stuff like that, so, yeah. On the top of the build here, we have 2 Repair and Recharge. This is a 5 mana sorcery speed. Return target artifact, enchantment, or planeswalker card from your graveyard to the battlefield. create a tapped Power Stone token. So we can use those Power Stone tokens to maybe ramp into the non-prototype version of these. Maybe. I don't know how often we're going to do that because we actually only have 24 mana in here. And I do think the double white in the Seraph and the double black in the Fleshgorger warrants having all 4 of the Barrens. And I don't think these will hold us back too much. If anything, it'll just help us cast things out, which is going to be very important. Also, the life gain on these lands is completely fine too. Also, we have an Abandoned Mire and a Seat of the Empire, obviously, in the mana base as well. All of our other dual lands, too. So, honorable mentions, guys. We're not going to take too long. These are just all cards that I really considered for the build. Fake Your Own Death, Infernal Grasp, obviously. Temporary Lockdown I considered for a little bit. Golden Argosy could be cool. Invoke Justice could be epic. But I do think in this particular build, since yeah, it's already so greedy. Having the 4 white pips, honestly, it wouldn't be that bad, but it might be bad in some games. And so the Repair and Recharge hopefully is going to just be a little bit better than the Invoke Justice, but definitely something to consider, huh? Limousine could be a cool one. And then our other prototype cards here, the Goring Warplow and the Combat Thresher, just other cards to consider for the build, huh? Just more prototypes to cheat out. So other things to think about with the build, of course, the Loran top ability is an ETB, so if you need to take out more artifacts and enchantments, you could always use that Touch the Spirit Realm on the Loran as well. Or again, the Undying Malice could be pretty good to use on the Loran too, so yeah, awesome. It could be a simple, like, Undying Malice could be absolutely devastating in almost like any situation in this build, right? You have a Sheoldred and the opponent's sweating because you know you have to remove Sheoldred. You have to, or it just ends up rounding up the game for the opponent. And so having that Undying Malice open when they finally find that removal for Sheoldred, and then you just drop an Undying Malice on it and bring the Sheoldred right back. It's so mean. I love it. Okay, guys. That's the build. It's a pretty simple one. We've seen like the whole prototype cheating the prototypes onto the board stuff a lot recently, and this is just my take on it. So yeah, let's go ahead, take it into some ranked and see how we do. Okay, we'll see if we can get right into that first match. Heck yeah, we do. Okay, so what am I expecting? I'm actually expecting a lot if we can draw well. If we can actually like see the land we need to see, like right here, perfect. We got our double white, we got our double black, perfect. Awesome, yes. This is what I'm talking about, guys. Okay. Yeah, one thing with the Repair and Recharge, of course, is it can't actually bring that creature back. It has to be artifact, enchantment, or planeswalker. And so, like, Fleshgorger is obviously an artifact, but Repair and Recharge can't hit Sheoldred, which makes the argument then for the Invoke Justice, right? But again, the 4 white pips in that Invoke Justice, I think would hold us back. All right, I'm not going to play the cut down on the Cult Conscript. That's fine. Yeah, we'll go ahead and play this and see if the cut down has a better target this turn. Maybe like even a Tenacious Underdog would be better. Yeah, we're going to take the 2. Still might be a better target. Evolved Sleeper is a good one. Ugh, 2 of them. All right, let's take one out. I think that's okay. Fleshgorger comes down this turn. And then Sheoldred comes down next turn. It's just a nasty, nasty lineup, guys. So if they end up taking out Fleshgorger, then we have Repair and Recharge to eventually bring it back as a 7/5 Menace Lifelink Ward. This is pretty exciting, guys. Little bit out of my comfort zone, I guess, playing a deck like this. Who knows? Maybe it'll end up being really aggressive too. Maybe it'll just be right in my comfort zone instead. But I am anticipating mid-range though. Okay, tapped land is not the play here. I think we go right into that Sheoldred. We could swing successfully and see where they block. They might end up double blocking, which would be fine. They don't know what's in hand either. Okay, I mean, I'll take the 3 life, right? The Sheoldred drops. I mean, this is definitely still anyone's game. Opponent can play their Sheoldred this turn, for example. Yeah, there you go. They pass it on back. Okay. Okay, so we can play our planes and play our 5 mana Assembler. I wonder what they would double block with the Fleshgorger. I wonder. Let's see what they do. Oh, they are gonna... Okay. Okay, well, we'll take out the Gix then, for sure. Back up to 24, so we could bring it back with the Repair and Recharge this turn. Which I think I'm gonna do. Yeah, let's do it. That's pretty fun. That's a 7-5 Fleshgorger, guys. Hopefully Go for the Throat is the only removal in their hand. GG opponent. Oh, man. Oh, man. What a perfect first game. That was sweet, guys. Like, the fact that we actually got to cheat the Fleshgorger out on the first game, just showing, like, the overall power of these 2 cards and why it's, like, both of these cards are probably in the opponent's deck, you know what I mean? Woo, buddy. That was sweet. I wonder if Go for the Throat was actually in the opponent's hand too. Like that has been a go-to removal, and every time I've been playing with it, it's been missing. Like it's been missing a lot. Like a lot of people are playing artifacts, or maybe when you play Go for the Throat, they're just putting us up against people with artifacts, you know? Okay, so I'm gonna keep this. I do believe we can draw that 3rd mana. There we go, okay. So I'm gonna say we go Swamp. That way we have Cut Down without taking damage, just in case. This could be like Selesnya aggro, for example. Oh, Kami of Transience. Yeah, that, I guess, kind of. It sucks that they can bring it back, but it's good to hit it before it starts getting counters, right? Assembler comes down. Another Fleshgorger. Fleshgorger, my goodness. Okay. Selesnya enchantments. Weaver of Harmony. Yep, they're planning on... Oh man, Weaver of Harmony would have been such a much better target for the cut down. They're planning on gobbling up 2 things next turn, right? Drop the 4th mana, and then exile 2 things with the Weaver ability. You have enchantment removal here, though. Alright, we're gonna go Steel Seraph. I like that draw. I like getting a little bit of extra damage through. You know what? They probably don't block. Let's go Lifelink. They probably don't block there, guys. Yeah. Might as well get that life gain. Circle of Confinement, right? And then tap the Weaver. So we do have the Loran in here. That would be a pretty sweet draw. Ooh, Touch the Spirit Realm does artifact or creature, not enchantment. So we might as well get the Fleshgorger. I don't know why I want to say the Fleshgorger is the name of this creature. We know it all too well at this point. Okay. Scoured Barrens. Yeah, let's hope we can see the Loran this game. But the Depopulate's gonna be great against this too. I don't think we do anything fancy with the Touch the Spirit Realm just yet. Let's just get the 2nd Fleshgorger down, because that's just, yeah, that's a lot to deal with. That's a lot to deal with, and if they want to hit this, oh my goodness, the other Hallowed Haunting. Okay, yeah, so if they end up cleaning up these Fleshgorgers, right, then the Depopulate's gonna hit. Another Barrens. I don't mind seeing the mana, I don't. As long as we eventually see something else, too. Let's get that swing. I'm gonna double check here. So they are gonna block. Do we want to cheat that Fleshgorger now? Return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. So, yeah. I say it's worth protecting this, even though their spirits are going to get a lot more chunky next turn. Maybe taking one out would be worth it. I don't know. I don't really know. Having a 7/5 Fleshgorger is awesome, though. I do know that much. Kami of Transience, okay. Yeah, the double Hallowed Haunting's terrifying. Hopefully we do find that Loran to, well, probably take out Circle of Confinement at that point, have a flying Fleshgorger. Try to win that way. Oh, they're all gonna get flying soon. Oh, crap. We are kinda sorta in trouble. Oh, Undying Malice. Wow. Well, where do you guys think they would block? Because I'm wondering... They double block with the spirits with this Fleshgorger. So we get some life gain, then we depopulate. We drop the Undying Malice on the other Fleshgorger and then depopulate. That's fine. Making sure I'm not missing anything here. Yeah, I think it's going to be depopulate. Like, their board state is definitely chunky enough. Okay, until end of turn. And this is instant speed too, but I'm just doing it first. Do it on the Fleshgorger. Depopulate. Nice. All right. Oh, they do get the Kami of Transience back to hand. I don't know if there was, like, a better way to do that, though. We could have kept our 3 creatures, but, like, they were going so wide. And then, like, having the Weaver on the board is terrifying, too, because at any point they could just do, like, another Circle of Confinement style play. But then they get all their creatures right back so easily, too, so... I don't know. I don't know. It's an easy double block for them. Easy, right? Just the 2 Spirit Clerics over here. So we really need to find our Loran to try to clean some of this up. Oh, and the spirits keep on rolling, guys. Another Depopulate would be fine, I guess. Touch the Spirit Realm. It really sucks that this can't hit enchantments, but it could hit... I don't know. Yeah, I'm not seeing a way to get this damage through unless we drew, like, a Steel Seraph and then started flying through, right? We could try to hit one of these. I'm gonna say... no attacks. Let's pick up the Kami of Transience. Oh, crap. Everything's gonna get flying, like, next turn. Let's take the Jukai Naturalist. So that way they're 1 enchantment away. So that way they can't just, like, top deck an enchantment, drop it, and then everything gets flying. As scary as it is, right? Woo! Woo, buddy, they did top deck another enchantment too. Oh, man. So we're forced to block here. There's 32 damage plus the 10 trample here. Right. So, I guess we take out one of the 8/8s, right? Gonna gain 8 life here too. Oh man, my Fleshgorger. My brain is really struggling to say Fleshgorger today for some reason. GG opponent, man. Oh, there's the Steel Seraph. Wow. Oh man. I mean, we would have died last turn anyways, pretty much, so. Good game, opponent. Yeah. Selesnya enchantments can still really pop off. It's kind of insane, actually. Gotta keep your eye out for this build and maybe any new cards that could go in it from the next set, too. Right, we'll just block the Weaver of Harmony. Did I drop the GGs? Or did I just say it? I'll drop this. I know I didn't drop the emote, so. That was a fun one. Like, we could have seen it a little bit better, but we kind of already saw some of our best. What I mean by that, of course, is like an early Loran, since we do have that card to remove enchantments and stuff. That could have completely turned the game in our favor. Oh, nice. The Dissident, guys. Cool. That's a cool one to have the card style for. All right, let's keep going. This is fun. This is a good time. I do think that when I put this up on Aether Hub, I'm actually going to label it aggro and mid-range, right? It's definitely still leaning towards mid-range, but I do think it can be aggressive. And what I mean by that, of course, is like, is it making the opponent sweat by turn 4, right? And on turn 5, could you potentially win the game? That's probably the case for this deck, right? I think so. Of course, there's plenty of like mid-range builds that make the opponent sweat on turn 4, just kind of like in a different way. Okay, yeah, I like the hand. The hands have been great. Terrific so far. Opponent? Are you there, buddy? We've been having this issue recently, last couple weeks. Ah, there you are. Okay, sweet. Yeah, we'll start with the Barrens. Depending, we'll probably just go right into the Caves. And then Bankbuster, right? Like, there's no real difference, because if we end up top decking like a Swamp, then obviously we'll play that to not take damage to play the Fleshgorger. Oh, Tainted Adversary. A great card that we don't see often. So if we swing into Adversary with the Fleshgorger, we're going to want to make sure we have the Malice open. Of course, they'll need to double block it. Hey, zombies! Let's go, opponent. Okay, so no damage, play Mire, or keep the Abandoned Mire. Let's go no damage. Yeah, get the Fleshgorger down. I was thinking like we could wait till turn 4. Okay, keep blocker or go aggressive with Bankbuster. Yeah, what the heck. I was just saying I'll probably put it up as aggro and mid-range when I put it up on Aether Hub, so let's do it. Let's go for it. Okay, down to 16. Hopefully they can't do too much damage here. We are anticipating the 5, as I do think they are going to swing. Oh, Liliana, that's a perfect way to get rid of the Fleshgorger without taking any damage. Yep, nice. Very nice, opponent. The good news is maybe we'll be able to keep Sheoldred on the board for an extra second. Yeah, they're going to swing. So we're going to swing at that Liliana and hope... Oh my goodness, we drew our 3rd Sheoldred. Well, guess it is what it is. I don't know if these 3 Sheoldreds is going to win us the game, but it can at least do something, maybe. Let's take care of that Liliana for now. Hopefully they don't just have a second one chilling in hand, because we could have swung face too, but then we'd have to be prepared to discard something, which I guess One of our Sheoldreds would have been fine. Our planes would have been fine too, though. It's going to be an Infernal Grasp for Sheoldred number 1. Down to 14, and we're taking 5 this turn. Okay, another planes, yep. Let's get that down. Seeing the mana's fine. We have an Undying Malice open for the Sheoldred now. And we're going to keep Sheoldred as a blocker. Hopefully this can actually gain us some life too. Hopefully it's not going to be more removal. Dude, this is sweet. I love that we're seeing some zombies right now. We never get to see zombies, and it's like actually pretty solid. The last few times we've played with zombies, it's been a while. Don't get me wrong. It exiles. It gets around the Undying Malice. Well, we should probably crew. Maybe we'll block that Tainted Adversary to get it. No. Yeah, we'd want to block the Headless Rider. Yeah, the Exile gets around the Malice, but Sheoldred number 3 looks like it's actually going to hit the table here. So what do you guys think? Block the Adversary, they get a 2-2? Or take the 2? So by crewing up the Bankbuster, we didn't take the 3 from the Rider. I think that's worth it for now. See what we draw. Steel Seraph, okay. Okay, yeah, that works really well with Bankbuster. If we wanted to swing in with a lifelink creature, go back up to 11, but then that would pretty much be it. And then they'd be able to swing for 5 potentially, but then we'd have a Steel Seraph established on the board. What do you guys think? Risk it? They're not... Oh, we could just go full Steel Seraph, too. That's right, we have 6 mana. Might as well, right? Might as well. Lifelink swing, lifelink swing. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Alright. You get lifelink and swing. Back up to 11, opponent's down to 8. So a second Liliana could easily take care of this Steel Seraph, but they might have multiple soul transfers too. Second Liliana. Oh man. Woo, that's tough business, guys. That is very, very tough.
Off you go.
We're down to 6. This is anyone's game easily. So now we have to be super careful. I don't want to lose the Undying Malice. I'm going to keep the Caves to discard to their Liliana when it comes time. Third Sheoldred hits the board. Yeah, we could crew up, take care of the Liliana now. But they have 5 on the board. They might find it. I don't know what would be in their deck. But they might find that 1 point of damage. Actually, Caves would be that 1 point if I chose to use like the Undying Malice here. I'm gonna hold back. Yeah, I think that's fine. We have the draw on the Bankbuster here too. I don't know, guys. I don't know. 2 Lilianas, an Infernal Grasp, and a Soul Transfer. A ton of removal packed into this zombie build. It's going to be an Infernal Grasp. Alright. Undying Malice. At least it wasn't an exile, huh? Sheoldred comes back with the counter. Comes back tapped, though. Oh, they get the swing with 5. Oh no, I could have survived had I crewed up Bankbuster first. Oops. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, that could have been different. Oh well, the opponent, yeah, GG. The opponent deserves it. Playing some zombies, I super duper appreciate that. It's always great to see variety. Like, for real. When when for a while there, you know, every other game could be Grixis or Azora Soldiers, so it's just great to see zombies too. Yeah, that's my bad, guys. I really should have done the... Yeah, they had a duress too. Swing, swing, swing. Yeah, GG's. This deck is sweet, actually. Like, it's fairly, like, easy to get, like, the full-on non-prototype version of these cards onto the board. I don't think... Like, the triple Sheoldred was cool and all. But I think it would have been better to see just, like, maybe 2 of the Sheoldreds and then just something else. Anything else in the deck, actually. Probably would have been pretty cool, huh? Okay, what are you bringing to the table, opponent? Couple Depopulates, double black mana. Okay, worst hand of the evening for sure. We go first here too. Okay, don't judge me. Don't judge me, we're trying this. Everything's fine, guy. Everything's fine. Gonna draw beautifully here. Oh, Steel Seraph, that's yeah, that's just what we wanted to see. Yeah. Everything's fine. Oh, okay, okay. Hey, that's actually, at least it's a land, okay? At least it's a land. Actually, we have a ton of white sources packed in here. This might actually just work out. That's the Spirit Realm. Well. Opponent is playing Rakdos with a splash of Make Disappear. So, Fleshgorger is probably going to go to the grave, but we'll try it. Rather Fleshgorger than Sheoldred, because if we play a mana next, if we find a mana, then we go turn 4 Sheoldred, which is pretty good. No, turn 5 Sheoldred. I missed a... Did I miss a mana? Well, now I'm missing a mana, if not. Touch the Spirit Realm should probably take care of this before they ramp. I think that's fine. Actually, we could discard it too if we ever wanted to bring back the touch. With the repair, right? Which means we could do it on their turn too. I'm not gonna. Let's take care of this. So, by doing it that way, instead of having it on the board, then at least it's in the grave for the repair and recharge, which can hit enchantments too, if we need it for some reason. And yeah, we could wait till the opponent's turn, because channel abilities is pretty hard to counter. And that way, like, we could keep it open if they brought something better. My Fleshgorger, you monster! How did you know I was eventually going to bring it back in at least 20 turns? Okay, mana next turn, guys. We're not going to get super punished for keeping that hand. As a matter of fact, that was a perfect hand. Completely 100% perfect. These Depopulates could come in handy. Grixis actually knows how to... Hey! It's something. It's something. It's good to see. Undying Malice is open now here. Which could be good if we wanted to... Like, if they drop their 5th mana, go invoke... it's going to be Blood Tithe Harvester. If they go invoke Despair, though, or something, then our sacrifice for the Assembler, we could always put, like, the Undying Malice on it, which could be cool. If we see a mana off the top, an untapped mana, I should say, then Depopulate Undying Malice is open. We could chump and still do the Undying Malice, but they have 3 mana open here. I'm just going to say, yeah, let's try it. Here's why. Because if they counter the Undying Malice, 1, at least we're not taking 4 damage. 2, they're going to have less mana open for our turn, so maybe we can actually get the Sheoldred down. Oh, they just go for the Abrade. Oh. I mean, yeah, so they only have the 1 mana open here. Touch the Spirit Realm. Reflection's going to be able to copy the Blood Tithe Harvester next turn. It's not enough to hit a Sheoldred yet. Okay. I think we just depopulate while we can. I know they get the card draw, but they go for the blood token, get rid of a Bankbuster. Like, it's 3 creatures. I think that was fine. How do you guys feel about it? Sheoldred could have maybe held down the fort, but against Grixis, man, these decks are brutal. There's the Invoke Despair. And they have 6 cards in hand, but they are tapped out. We'll go... beginning of the next end step. So if they remove, let's go Steel Seraph and have the Touch the Spirit Realm open. And then we'd have to... Okay, we'll just go Lifelink, it doesn't matter. If they choose to remove it at their end step, I mean, we could still get the Steel Seraph back at the beginning of our end step, then that would work. It depends, it might just survive too, because Go for the Throat is a big part of the removal plan for these types of decks. I should put a stop their second main phase, because maybe we could get a big old chunky Steel Seraph here. They have Xander's Lounge open. Alright, we'll block and then do Touch the Spirit Realm. This is pretty cool, guys. That's pretty cool. It's going to be a 5/5 that can start gaining us life, so... Oh, a 5/4, my bad. Okay, Sheoldred number 2. Okay. Let's start with the swing. And we're going to go Lifelink. Vigilance could be good too, though. Probably not as good as the Lifelink, though. So Sheoldred number 1 is probably going to get that Go for the Throat that I was talking about. Yeah, there it is. And then Sheoldred number 2 could potentially get onto this board state. They have 7 on the board. They could always play like another Harvester, crew up the Bankbuster, and then we're in trouble. Oh, buddy. Woo! Gix's command drops onto the table. We're down to 2 and very much in trouble. They're back up to 20 because the lifelink. Oh, yeah, that's right. We just take the damage from Sheoldred. The only hope would have been instant speed spot removal. Oh, no, yeah. If we had it in hand already, of course. Man, that was tough, huh? That was a tough last game there, unfortunately, because, yeah, we're 38 minutes in, and I do want to talk about this one. So let's do this. Let's go over it again. Orzhov combos. You know what? Maybe I should have done the old red cat thing and squeezed red into this somewhere, but I don't think so. I think it was good to just kind of, you know, get out of our comfort zone a little bit, try out some Orzhov mid-range, which I could put aggro in the thing on the Aether hubs, but I might not. I haven't decided yet. Yeah, it's probably just mid-range overall. Aggro would definitely be a stretch. Do some rearranging here. Yeah. Here's the deck list again, guys. So, what to say about the deck? First of all, Depopulate's going to be great. The mana base is as greedy as you think it is. The double black in Sheoldred, double white in Depopulate, double white in Steel Seraph, double black in the Fleshgorger, double white in the Repair and Recharge, right? So obviously once you get to the 5 mana, the double white here, you'd be getting pretty unlucky if you didn't have the double white by 5 mana, especially since we're rocking the Barrens. So the Barrens did slow us down a little bit today, so if you didn't like the Barrens, just go up more basic plains and swamps. But again, pretty greedy, man. It's really greedy to have the Fleshgorger and the Seraph both being the double pips in their respective colors, right? So I like the Barrens. I wouldn't take him out personally. Assembler was cool. Most of the time we're kind of the meta kind of puts you on the run often, and so we weren't able to do too many interesting things with the assembler, where we, you know, swing, use the ability, get a counter. Like, usually doing all that is just too slow, right now at least. Undying Malice is sweet. As you can see, though, there are moments where it just doesn't do a lot, like if the opponent puts spot removal on top of the stack, like that Abrade, for example, then the Undying Malice doesn't go through. We could have definitely added more removal here and been completely satisfied, but let's be real, man. 2 cut downs, 2 Fateful Absences, Touch the Spirit Realm, deals with removal too. Loran could have been terrific against that enchantment build, but we didn't see the Loran, unfortunately, so we didn't get a chance to actually see the combo with this and Sheoldred, which would have been awesome. This is another instance where I actually made the thumbnail before I made the video. And Loran is featured in the thumbnail. Obviously, you guys clicked on the video, but you know, I should make the thumbnail after the video, but sometimes I just get on the ball, man. I get the artwork rolling. I start putting stuff together. Sometimes I obviously change the title in the thumbnail after the video, right? Like, depending on what happens in the video. But also, since the card is still featured in the deck, then I think it's fine to have it featured on the thumbnail. It does suck a little bit that we didn't get to see it, though, huh? Is there anything else to really say about this? There's probably some better ways to optimize the build. I think going down to 3 Undying Malice would be 100% fine. 100% fine. Then you'd have 1 card. What would you want to do with that? You could go up to 25 land. I think you could deal with 25 land, and maybe you would sweat a little bit less, like when I was sweating in that last game, huh? Or was that the last game where I kept the terrible hand? I mean, the perfect hand. I forget if that was the last game or the game before right now. Either way, guys, this was a super fun one, huh? Let me know what you would add or take out down in the comments. And if you have any ideas for like a Mardu version of this, or a Boros version, or a Rakdos version of a way to like cheat out prototypes, let me know. Let me know. I'm interested for sure. Okay, hey, yeah, if you made it this far into the video, then y'all are champions, and I super duper appreciate you, and I will see you in the next video.